Don't be like me and just run outside and grab a bunch of ants. I don't know how to find roly-polies. And you hear the apocalypse. Good morning, everyone. So actually, wait, no. It's 1 in the afternoon. So today is going to be really chaotic for me. I'm sorry I'm not filming in like a normal setting. Like, I know all of my videos have been in the car, but I mean, I really don't have any other time besides in the car. And I know I know for a fact that when I film inside the house, you can hear the fire alarm. I know that's a whole different story. Like, actually, when I was in high school, me and my friends would Uber or FaceTime or like whatever we were using, and they would be like, what the hell is that? And it's Grace's fire alarm. No, it has not been fixed all these years. I'm sure we should fix it, but at this point, whatever. So today, there's a big event going on at my grandparents' house. Today's not the exact date, but we're doing the 1-year anniversary of we're doing like a memorial for my grandmother. It's her, she passed away 1 year ago. So we do this every year. I think we did it a couple months after she passed away, and then we're doing it again now. The last time we did this, though, a lot of my relatives from out of town were in, so we had a couple extra hands to help us with like setup and a lot of like other struggles that was going on. So sorry. I'm sorry, like, you guys, like, wait. Sorry about like background noise and everything. Like, I know it's a ongoing. Until I get like a good camera, I'm sorry. Like, if you don't like it, unsubscribe, I suppose. But this is the best I can do right now. But yeah, so today we're doing this like huge event, and I'm pretty sure like 100+ people have been invited. So my grandparents are like huge socialites apparently, and so they have like their own little clubs they're in. So it's well over 100+ people coming to the house, and so it's just me and my family here to help my grandparents set up everything. So last time we had my other family members, so that's about like 10 adults, like all my aunts and uncles, that's about 10 adults, helping set up like chairs, moving furniture, like setting up tables and whatnot, getting like all the the cooking stations ready for to get food ready. And now it's just me and my parents. And let's see, so Friday after work, my mom and I went to my grandparents' house and helped set up everything. Which took about, let's see, so it's just me and my mom. We moved the furniture, we moved like couches and everything. We got all the chairs in position, we got all the tables into position. We changed out some paintings too, I believe, like some fixtures or whatnot. We got the whole layup set out, or set up layout, I don't know. Obviously I am out of it. It's been very exhausting, like the entire process. I feel really bad for my mom because really she's the one doing most of it. So we've been trying to help her out. So yesterday, the kids were taking the SAT, so they were of no help. So I think we took them to their SAT, then went over to my grandparents for about 3-ish hours and finished setting up. I think we had a couple more chairs, and then we started putting like the tablecloths, like all the chaffing stations. I don't know what they're called. Sorry, I don't know what's with the lighting. But yeah, we got all of those set up, and that took about 3 to 4 hours. My mom got some veggies she needed and everything at my grandparents' house. I did some floral arrangements and designed everything, how it looked. What else? So yeah, and after that we went to go get the kids, and then I think we ate ramen for lunch, and my mom and I were so tired we knocked out afterwards, but I knocked out for a good like couple hours, and she left to go get groceries, and she didn't come back until like 9 o'clock, which I feel really, really bad about. And so and then last night after dinner, my mom and I started cooking again around, I want to say 11:30, because 11:30, because we finished watching our movie at 11, and I finished like getting all the food put away, and like because we were still like sort of watching. So by 11:30 we were cooking again, and what is it? Sorry, you guys know the deal. I'm driving. Safety first. Just kidding, as she vlogs. But yeah, so I think I stayed up until about 2:30 helping my mom. My mom has not slept since last night, or since like her nap, which was around 2 o'clock yesterday. It's getting to 1, so it's about 24 hours, and she only slept for about an hour, I believe. So I'm feeling really bad. Hopefully she can catch some sleep at the house after we've like really finished setting everything up. We're headed over there now. The plan was originally to get over to the house at like 8 or 9 after mass. Yeah. I don't know. Today's like really stressful because we still, okay, so the event starts at 5. Yeah, at 5. And when I say event, it's not like a huge gala or anything. I'm just like calling, because it is an event. We're gonna be doing, I think it's about 1 to 2 hours of prayer, and then the rest of it is like social time, which is what all the food is for and everything. It's like a huge like prayer group that my grandparents have gathered, I think. I guess that's what you could call it. But yeah. I bet you guys I'm gonna get to the house before my dad. So we left at the same time, but I had to run back because my mom told me she forgot the sesame seeds. So I had to run back and get that, but I bet you I'm gonna get there at the same time because my dad is, I stand by this statement no matter what, and inexplicably slow driver. Like I don't know what it is, but he's just a slow driver. And I'm not even like, I don't speed really. I go the speed limit, maybe like 5 above if I'm really in a rush. But that's about it. He goes like under the speed limit, and it's just, I don't know. Like you can tell he's driving slow. It's not just me. Again, sorry for the background noise. Which would you guys prefer? Because I feel like if I do story times in the house, you guys are gonna hear like the fire alarm a lot. Like I've been hearing it more and more ever since I like started making videos, and it's just, for me, I'm so used to it, it's not like a huge deal, but I know for some other people it like ticks them off really badly. And then my cousin was like, Grace, you need to do something about that background noise. But I can't really do anything about it. I don't really have the money right now for a better camera. So it's like, what's more important, you know? I'm not about to like send out all that money when I gotta pay for my own tuition. You feel me? Like, priorities, right? So, and you see all these like containers behind me, like for like displaying all the food. Yeah. So obviously, since I'm driving, if it moves around and you hear the apocalypse, it's just the containers. Don't worry about it. If you do hear the apocalypse when you're watching, though, please run and stay subscribed. Just kidding. Oh, okay, wait. Is that all I needed to say about the thing? I think so. I don't know. I haven't eaten anything since dinner yesterday. Same with my mom. I mean, she hasn't drank anything. I poured her some OJ, so hopefully she drinks that. But got myself some OJ too. I'm almost out. After I get to the house, whoa. I don't know what just happened. After I get to the house, I'm probably not gonna have time to record anything, obviously, because we have about 4 hours until it starts. If we're not done by then, I'm probably not going to be praying with everyone because we need to get all the food ready. Yeah. I don't mind doing it for my grandparents. I think it's really sweet. But it's just like, I wish we had more hands. My whole body is aching. I don't know. Oh, a story time. Oh, okay. So this isn't really like, I guess, a story time. But do you guys want to hear something funny? Let's see. I want to say, okay, first, let me tell you how I came to this, like, moment that I remembered something like this. So, I was walking outside to get food. Oh, do you guys have a fridge outside? Because I swear all Asians do. No matter, like, what, you have an outside fridge. Like, it's different from your inside fridge, which is different for me because I actually don't have an inside fridge. Like, we have a mini fridge inside, but our actual fridge that came with the house is broken. So, yeah, that hasn't been working for a few years now. I want to say at least 5 years now. So, we used to have 2 fridges outside, and then one broke down. Texas heat, of course. But, yeah, comment below if you guys have a fridge outside because I feel like all Asians have that. What was I doing? Oh yeah, so I was going outside and I looked down and I see all these little like roly-polies, and I remember this time, I want to say it's my senior year, that I wanted to take what is it? It's some sort of science class. It's like an AP science class. Not AP bio. Actually, you know it might have been AP bio, but anyways, it was some sort of AP class, and for the beginning of the year, I dropped this class, by the way. So at the beginning of the year, we were supposed to collect like a bunch, like I think at least like 10 animals of like our choosing, and we had to. It was some sort of project on it, but the point was like to collect 10 animals, right? And so I think our teacher said that if we got like 10 roly-polies, it would also be extra credit, right? So I'm like, hey, I could just do roly-polies, you know? And I go outside and I don't know how to find roly-polies. I was never one of those kids who played on the playground and like went around like looking for bugs. Like I was the type of little like monster demon child that would like fall from the top of the monkey bars because I was trying to like hang upside down, and then like I would, and then I think one time like a wasp bit my arm and I fell down to the ground. And yeah, your girl was not allowed to play on the monkey bars anymore. But yeah, so I didn't know how to find these roly-polies. And so I'm like, well, shoot, I gotta find some other animal. Like, what am I gonna find? And this is like, I come to this realization the day before we're supposed to present our animals. And I'm like, what am I gonna do? Now, turn to the morning of. It's first period, right? I have second period AP, like this. I have this class second period, right? And I'm like, okay, well, shoot, what am I gonna do? And I have this half-empty water bottle, and I'm like, well, I don't even think it was half empty. I think it was completely full. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's a bunch of ant piles outside. At first, I was thinking bees because there's like a huge beehive that everyone was talking about, but I immediately crossed that idea. I had like PTSD to that wasp incident. So yeah, so I was like, wow, there's a bunch of ants outside. But I was like, what am I gonna do to put all of these like what am I gonna use to put all these ants in? And you guessed it, your girl downed that entire water bottle, went outside to an anthill, and with my bare hands scooped up a bunch of like dirt from the ant pile, hoping that enough ants would be in there. And of course, like as soon as I did that, I closed the cap real quick. I ran away. I was shaking the bottle so that hopefully any ants that were on the outside would come off and not bite me, because I'm pretty sure they were fire ants. And yeah, and so I did that. But okay, and so I passed my project. I don't know like what happened. I don't remember what I got, but I know I did okay on the project. And And so I got like an old container from my house, and I brought it to school, right? And so, like, you know, so I wouldn't have to use a water bottle for my project. So I put these little ants in there, and after the project is over, I put the little container in my locker. And I use my locker quite frequently, actually. A lot of people in my school don't use lockers, but I do, because I don't like carrying heavy things. I'm already short enough. Like, what if all the extra weight makes me shorter? You never know. You gotta be careful about these things. So I left it in my locker, and I keep telling myself, okay, I'm gonna take it home. Okay, the next day I'll take it home. Okay, the next day I'll take it home. And honestly, I could have just thrown away the container, because that's what I eventually ended up doing. Like, I don't know why I was like, I need to take this container home, because I really didn't have to. It was I could have gotten another one, but yeah. So eventually my friend Brett comes by the locker. I think he was giving me a ride home, and he came by my locker to help me hold some stuff, right? And he's like, Grace, what is this? And you know, other people think it's like a bunch of dirt, and I'm like, oh, there's ants inside. And he's like, what the hell? What do you mean? And I looked it up when I was first doing the project. Ants can live up to like 6 months, I think, where you, like, without like opening like the tank. Like, ant farms, like, they only have to open it for a little bit, and then they can close it, and they don't have to worry about like the ants not having enough air. So that's what I thought, right? And I was like, you know what, when I came to the realization that I really wasn't gonna take this thing home, I was like, whatever, I'll just leave it here. I'll have my own little ant farm. And he's like, Grace, what the hell is this? I'm like, they're ants. And he's like, what? And he's like, aren't you feeding them? I'm like, no, they don't need to be fed. They eat each other. Honestly, I think they did eat each other, because I didn't put any food in there up until like that point where Brett saw the ants, and I saw eggs inside the ant farm, so they must have been eating each other or something. I don't know. Ants be cray. But yeah, so he ended up giving them jelly beans. And I think that was like the reason I threw out my ants, because they were doing fine before he put the jelly beans in. But I think like the jelly beans started getting moldy, and the ants started like not liking it. And like every day as I went to my locker, I saw like more and more ants trying to climb up to the top, and I was like, oh gosh. YIKES. There really isn't a moral of the story. I honestly like just remembered the story for some reason, and I felt like telling it. Oh, you know, moral of the story is, do your projects right. Don't be like me and just run outside and grab a bunch of ants. I mean, you could be bitten. You guys, ant bites are a pain in the butt. I'm sure like everyone knows. But I was told, my cousins told me that they don't have fire ants up north, which I don't really remember, but apparently they only have black ants. Like, I don't know what those certain like types of ants are called, but they only have like the black ones. They don't bite. So like, my aunt was telling me like how she lets her kids like play outside. I'm like, aren't you worried about ants and stuff? She's like, what? No, they don't bite. I was like, what the heck? We have fire ants down here. Texas is a struggle. Okay, I'm nearing the house, guys. I am not ready for this. This was a great break, though. Like, this is, I think, like the first time we've been able to just chill. I think, like, in the past 18 hours or so. Okay. Here we are. Okay, thank you for listening, guys, if you got this far. I pray for me, because it's going to be a tough one today. I'll let you guys know how it goes, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. I am so tired. The event went great. Like, everyone loved our food and everything, of course. Like, me and my mom made it. No, I'm joking. But I did my makeup in like 5 minutes, and the girl looks like a freaking mess. Like, I put my hair up this morning and put some hairspray so that it wouldn't be like too bad. But yeah, so like I forgot to bring eyeshadow, so I had to use blush, and it was kind of tragic. I don't know. I think I did like okay for like 5-10 minutes. Like, so no, I didn't put on any makeup until like after we were all done like cooking. So we like finished cooking I think around 5:30, and then we like ran upstairs to just like to put on some makeup so I'd be like okay for pictures, and then I had to run downstairs so we could pray. And then after that we kept working. I haven't eaten all day. Like, I think I ate, what did I eat? I think I ate like a cube of beef, and that was it. So yeah, I don't think I've eaten anything since like yesterday, but I'm too tired to eat. So I have some OJ in my room. I don't know, I have so much tea to spill, guys, but I'm honestly like too tired to say anything other than to like look at my makeup, because I feel like I'm getting better. Like, you guys didn't used to, like, even if this is like really bad, you guys like didn't see my old makeup skills. And why am I creasing? Okay, but my eyelids looking like weird, but this is like a lot better than I used to be. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like okay, I'll update you guys tomorrow. Good night.